Well, we're hoping that we were scheduling a win when we did this. I think everybody tries to get about 4 or 5 of those to begin the season. We had an incredibly difficult stretch, but when we looked at Incarnate Word, we got really concerned because of the fact they were second in the nation in scoring, the fact that they'd beaten Princeton at Princeton. Looked at some film of their game against Stephen F. Austin, who beat Virginia Commonwealth in the first round of the tournament last year, and they lost on a tip-in at the buzzer at Stephen F. Austin. And, they just shot it really well all year long, shooting 48% from the three. I don't know what they were tonight, 6 for 25, which means that our extended defense was better than it had been. We got some solid play out of some guys, Turned it over too much, it's a concern. 22 turnovers, something that we've got to get better at. Cedric did a nice job on number 4, who was averaging 21 points a game during his stretch. Vince had him in stretches too. He had 5 points tonight. Nice win. It's nice to get back with a win. You now have 8 days off prior to playing again on a week from tomorrow. And then we have Arizona rolling in here. So this week, finals week, is a little complex for coaches and staffs and players in terms of when you practice. We'll be off tomorrow, but need to use this as an opportunity to try to get better with the workouts that we have. I like the fact that we were able to get Lou some minutes, Omega some minutes, Irvin Morris some minutes, Hooper Vince some minutes tonight, because we're going to need all those guys throughout the course of the season. And that was the intent of the game, but got a lot of respect for what they have done with their program here in 2 short years. Coach Burnmeister done a fine job. Any questions?
I feel like your defensive principles kind of got the offense going early in the game.
Well, we extended really well, and to one of the great 3-point shooting teams in the country, and didn't give them the looks that they were accustomed to getting. I do think it helped us, and then our size advantage, our talent advantage, helped us on the boards, where we had a dominance on the glass, which was really encouraging.
Pretty exciting to see Omega and Stalwart kind of lead that little stretch there where Vince is alley-oop and they're kind of getting up and down. What do you think about their play?
Yeah, well, they're both really good athletes, Omega and Lou Stallworth, and they're learning. They're going to be so much better a year from now than they were this year. Great speed and quickness. We want them to utilize that in the transition offense, also defensively, and they're both going to be very good at some point.
Can you talk a little bit about Irvin? He had 2 3-pointers, 14 points, 7 rebounds.
Yeah, he had our only 2 threes. He made them in the first half. Irvin, I can't figure out why he didn't play much at Kent State, and in fact didn't play at all. He was their 13th man. Looks to me like he's got some talent. JUCO guys are not really unlike freshmen when they come. That first year, it's a transition for them. Better athletes, better speed, quickness that they're playing against. They're generally better the second year. But he's really helped us in stretches, and we think he's going to be a very fine player before he leaves. He's got a lot of, he can drive it and can shoot it and does some nice things.
What does a performance like this tell you about your team this early in the season?
Well, I don't know that you learn as much as you do when you're playing against Washington, when you're playing against Xavier. But what you do learn is about guys that aren't getting the minutes that they're getting in those games. And winning is healing, and when everybody's playing and contributing, guys are pulling for each other, then that's also heals the team as well. Turnovers don't help teams, and we've got that was our highest turnover margin, and credit Incarnate Word for forcing a lot of those tonight.
48 points in the paint. Coach, you wanted to work the offense.
Yeah, and that's the way it should have been, Fred, with the size advantage we had. That was our intent from the start, is that we're going to go in there, we're going to keep going in. And when we can't throw it in, we're going to go drive it in and force them to either foul or dump off and go take shots. That's why we only took 9 threes tonight.
What are some things that you are looking to clean up for the next game?
Well, the turnovers, they jump out at me right now. I'd love for us to get better in transition offense. I thought our 3-on-2 and 2-on-1 situations tonight were just deplorable, absolutely deplorable. we should have put 100 on the board. But we had so many of those situations that we just gave away. Everybody will go home and remember Vince's big dunk, but I remember the other 9 opportunities that, you know, we booted out of bounds or didn't finish the shot. So those things that we'll spend time on, and valuing the ball and offensive basketball, and we're going to try to work on our conditioning a little bit better. We got a lot of things we can work on.
Talk about Southeastern Louisiana, next Tuesday.
Well, you know, their coach is really good friends of my nephew, my sister's son. So I followed his career since he was 22 years old. He's called me 25 times about wanting me to hire him, and I never have. So I'm sure he's going to try to take it out on us in the game. The guy is a terrific young coach, and the kind of coach that I have a lot of respect for, because he paid his dues at the high school level forever and was regarded to be in the top 2 or 3 coaches in the state of Mississippi by all accounts. Anybody you ever talked to, Richard Williams helped tutor him. Richard took a team to the Final Four at Mississippi State. He left there and he got an opportunity at Jones Mississippi Junior College. In the history of junior college basketball, no Mississippi team has ever won a JUCO title. And he won a junior college title in his 2nd year there, so he obviously knows what he's doing. They got crunched pretty good in their first 2 games out, but I've noticed that they just continue to get better and better and better and value the ball. They got a really nice young backcourt player who transferred from Murray State, Zach Landry, I think. Don't know a great deal about their personnel. I think he brought a couple of JUCO guys with him from the national title team. But he knows how to coach, and they'll be very disciplined. They'll play well. They'll play smart. But I haven't seen them on film. All right?